is Dawn Compton, the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church, and I'm here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. And today I'm at the back of the Bedford Meeting House. I came around back because the traffic down Main Street's a little bit loud. I thought if I did it in the back, you could hear me a little bit better. And kind of just to see the back entrance here to the back of this building. I'm here today to continue to highlight our worship series, looking at the old in a new way. That's what we are doing on Sundays right now. But I came here because this is where Main Street United Methodist began, at this meeting house. The church started here. This is where our beginnings were until we moved down the road to our new location, and another congregation took it up and began worshiping here. So this is a special place. It's a part of our history, part of the old that has made Main Street what it is. And I thought it would be a good place for us just to celebrate this location as we look to doing something new. And so I wanted just to remind everybody that, each of us is coming with a different history. Each of us have had very different experiences in our life, things that have shaped us, that have molded us, that have led us to be the people that we are today. This meeting house is part of Main Street's history. But each and every one of you that is hearing this has come to where you are today with a different history. And nobody's is the same. And that's good. That's great, because we can each share what we've learned and what we've gained and what our experiences have taught us, and share that with others to help hopefully make us better people, closer to the people that God is calling us to be. But we have to remember that just because your history is yours doesn't make it better than somebody else's. Everybody's history and their old that they are bringing into this new is valid, is important, and it's who they are, and deserves to be respected and honored in that. And it specifically makes me think, I know that so many of our older adults are coming with such a wonderful history, with so many life stories to share, but it's important for us to realize that our young people are coming with a totally different history, a totally different understanding of the world and what it means to live in this world, and how to be who God created them to be here in 2022. And I think it's important that we all realize that our histories are so important for us to understand them, to celebrate them, and to honor them, whatever those histories may be, to help guide us into the future that God is calling us into. To respect that my history is not the same as yours. That the many breadths of stories that our older people have to offer are wonderful and should be shared and celebrated, yes. But our young people are bringing in their own histories, their own understandings, their oldness to them. And they can help us to see what wonderful future God has for this world and how God's kingdom will come to be. So just lift that up to you this day. I came here today too also because Main Street is involved in a ministry called Bread for the Journey. And in September, on September 15th, we are going to be here that evening at 6 p.m. And I'm so excited. Sandy Ludwig is going to be our leavener for that evening, and we're going to listen to some of her poems and talk about some of the work that she's done, and we're going to share our faith stories with one another, share our journeys to this point, our journeys that are taking us through this chaotic world, and try and help support one another in this journey. So I'm excited about that happening on September 15th at 6 p.m. here at the Bedford Meeting House. I want to lift up a few more announcements. The Care Portal is having a meeting on Thursday, September 1st, so that's tomorrow if you actually are able to see this on Wednesday. And so if you've not signed up for that, just sign up and call the church office. Let us know so we can make sure we have enough chicken for everybody. And you're encouraged to bring a side dish for that, and then listen to a presentation about Care Portal and maybe get an opportunity to sign up for that. On September 11th, we are going to have an outdoor communion service. That's going to be at 4 p.m. on September 11th outside. We're going to have outdoor communion for those that are still uncomfortable gathering inside in our worship experience space, so we can be outside, but we'll also be celebrating and remembering the tragic events that happened in 2001 on that day. The Joy Group is meeting on September 12th, the very next day, that Monday, at Ruby Tuesdays. So if you would like to be a part of that gathering, let the church office know so we can make sure we have enough space reserved for that. Anyone that wants to be a part of the Joy Group to get together and just have fun and enjoy a wonderful meal together. And then after that, our Circle of Friends women's group will be meeting immediately after that, about 1:30 or so at the church. So if you want to do both, you should be able to do both of those activities. But that's what's happening on September 12th. Oh, going back to September 11th, right after the communion service, the youth of our church are going to have an ice cream social. So they can come and enjoy that solemn worship time and then have fun with family and friends and have some ice cream. We'll be at 4:30 that day. So we encourage all of our youth, 6th through 12th grade, to come and enjoy some ice cream together. And then just want to give you another heads up for a little bit further down the road. On October 9th, we are going to have a blessing of the animals at 4 p.m. that Sunday afternoon. So bring your pets, whatever animals that you have that you would like to have blessed, that we can share our love of God's creatures with one another. But please, if you bring a snake, make sure it's in a container, and I will be touching the outside of the container for the blessing. But we'd love to have all of the animals come for that blessing of the animals. Friends, I look forward to worshiping with you this Sunday. We worship in person at 10:30, our worship online, as we continue our looking at the old in a new way. God bless.